Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Paul Farmer here. This is DB Freedom Project Live. I'm sorry, Freedom Project Live. Uh, DB Freedom Project's my group. Freedom Project Live, episode 63. Episode 63. What I like to do on these is share my experience online with you, share what I've been learning, share what I'm doing to grow my business, and give you mindset tips, marketing tips, and all that fun stuff. Okay, so I gotta let you know I'm a little bit tired. A little bit tired. I had a grueling workout before I came on here, and I didn't realize I was as tired as I am. And when I sat down, I was just sitting here like, I put everything together, come on, and I just sat there. I didn't really do anything. So here I am, made it anyway. And basically, what I want to talk about today is something I've talked about this subject a number of times, but I still don't feel it's getting through to people. People are still not really understanding the concept. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So I was having a conversation with someone the other day, actually yesterday. I was having this conversation, and he was telling me how he had this plan. And I mean, no disrespect, okay, before I move on, no disrespect, but he had this plan where he was going to take something that was free and, get people that didn't have much money to be able to use that free thing to start generating income. So when they brought somebody into the free thing, they would get a referral credit, right? So they would earn a certain amount of money when they referred someone else. And then from there, the idea was to stair step it into other things, right? Stair step it so now they could afford something bigger, and then stair step it from there to the next, to the next, to the next. Well, in theory, I'm going to move away from the table here. In theory, that sounds good, right? In theory, it sounds awesome. You're going to help people that are without, they're struggling. They don't really have any money. In theory, it sounds awesome. You're going to teach them how to be successful. You're going to give them a real opportunity to move up and change their lives, right? In theory. In application, though, it's a whole nother story, because this is my experience, okay? My experience. Whenever you start something that is free and you lead with free, and that's like basically your message, like, hey, get started for free. It doesn't cost anything. The reason people, I don't want to step on any toes here, but this is the thing, okay? People that are attracted to free or no work or anything like this, their mindset is typically not of success. Okay. Successful people think in a certain way, broke people think in a certain way. Okay. I should say broke minded, not broke, because you could be broke and have a success mindset. You just haven't got the results yet, but you're on your way. Right. But there's a difference. It's a major distinction. You got broke minded and broke, right? So broke minded people think very differently than someone that's getting results, that's having success. Very differently. Okay. So if you bring someone in that is broke minded, meaning when I say broke minded, I mean they don't want to take any risks. They don't want to spend any money. These are all, they don't want to invest in themselves at all. They believe things should be handed to them. They're looking for the easy road, right? Those are broke minded people, right? So, but successful people think very differently. Successful people think, okay, how can I invest in myself without cutting corners, right? Like investing in yourself, getting a mentor. Like these are things that you want to do. Position yourself to make the most money. So going back to starting it free and moving up, the reason it doesn't work is because the people coming in at free, first of all, they're in that situation where they don't have any money because of their actions, because of what they've done in their lives. Okay. up to this point. You have to own that. If you don't own that, if you're playing the victim, if you're pointing fingers at other people, saying that it's their fault, no, it's your fault. You are responsible. You got to own it. I know it stings. I know it sucks, but if you don't own it, it's going to stay that way. So you got to own it. It's like, yes, it's my fault. I made that decision. I've had to own it many times. I made that decision. That's why I am where I am. Nothing else. Okay. But typically what happens is they come in, they're like, no money, and they have this very lack mindset, and they do not have the work ethic. They do not have the self-discipline. They do not have, they're not going to put in the work it takes to create movement. Okay. So for this particular thing, they would get someone started for free. When they referred someone, they would make like $20. I'm not sure exactly the number, but like $20. Okay. So the idea was take $20 and then go to the next thing, and then take that and go to the next thing. Well, you're asking a lot. You're asking people first to sign up. That's a big hurdle, right? Next, you're asking them to go out and share it with other people, which, that's the biggest hurdle right there. If they were already ready to go and share with other people, they wouldn't be with lack, The reason they are with lack is because they don't go share with other people, right? So what I prefer to do, and what I've learned over the years, is not to focus on those types of people. Not to just start with free. Sure, you can have some free things, but if that's your main thing, where you're starting at free and your whole plan is to bring these people together and teach them and guide them and lift them up, you're going to be putting a lot of energy into it. You're probably going to get pretty frustrated when they don't do anything. And it's just probably not going to go anywhere. Like, I've done enough free things where I put in a whole lot of people into a free offer, but they never do anything. Doesn't do you any good. You're spending your time bringing these people in, doing everything you can, providing them training, doing everything you can to uplift them. But if they don't want to be uplifted, if they're not open, they're not teachable, if they're looking for a handout, it's not going to do you any good. Okay. So what I like to do is give people an option, because what I've learned is when people truly want something, they're going to find a way. They're going to find a way. I've seen people with zero money come up with $1,600 the next day. Zero money, come up with $1,600 the next day. I've seen people in very impoverished countries come up with well over $1,000. Now, it didn't happen right away, but they found a way to do it. So those are the type of people, to me, that I want to work with. Those are the type of people that you want on your team, because those are the type of people that are going to go to work. They're not going to make excuses, and they're going to go and make it happen. First of all, they got skin in the game, right? They have done whatever they could do to get the money, right? They did not ask for a handout. They did not go with need. They went and found a way to get started. And there's plenty of ways to do it. It's just, do you want it? So that type of person, I always tell people, like, the green check mark below, that's my main income stream. But I always tell people, hey, you need to start in a position where you have the possibility to earn a full-time income. If you're starting at a place where you don't even have that ability to go full-time, like if you're starting at the very lowest level and you think that is going to get you to a full-time income, you're fooling yourself. You really are. I mean, in my experience, I haven't seen it. Usually people quit. Now, there are exceptions. There's exceptions to every single rule, but usually people don't make it. And that goes back to their mindset. It goes back to how they're thinking, right? They're thinking they're coming in wrong. They're getting started all wrong. They're starting at the lowest level because they want to take the least amount of risk and spend the least amount of money. Right away, you're setting yourself up to fail. Not only that, they're coming in and go, oh, I'm going to try it and see if it works. Well, as soon as you say, I'm going to try it and see if it works, you already failed. You already planted that seed of doubt. So instead of doing that, what you want to do, if you want to be able to create a full-time income from the comfort of your home, what you want to do is position yourself to earn income. So you want to have something that's going to be able to pay you enough money to change your situation. And if you don't have that, you're going to have a hard time. It's not going to work for you. So what I tell people, okay, so the green check mark, what I have below, that's my number one recommended income stream. There are different product levels, okay? There are different products you can purchase. The lowest is $30, okay? The highest is $14.97. And in between that, we have 100, we have 497, no, 147, and 497, okay? And what I tell people, what I'm telling you now, is if you want to go and you want to create a full-time income, which I assume most people want to do, then you want to be positioned at a product level where you can actually earn commissions that will, in fact, be able to pay you income that could change your life. If all you can make is $20, it's going to be a tough road to climb, and you're probably going to quit. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And I am an example of this, okay? I am an example of this. I started the program below. I started that back in 2015. I started in 2015. I started at the first product, and then I started at the second product, but then I went and I canceled that one because I didn't really understand the video. Real broke-minded back then, real lack mindset back then. So I went back to the lowest product. Well, what happened? This is my story. I'm not making this up. This is a true story. What happened? Okay. I could make $20. What happened? Well, I didn't pay any attention to it. I never marketed it. I mean, I did a little tiny bit, but not like I did when I went all in. But for almost 2 years, I did nothing with it. I mean, I used the tools, I used the product, I used the training, but I was off promoting something else because I thought that would make me more money. It made more sense to me. When all along, what I should have done is gone all in. That's what I should have done, but I didn't do it because I was scared. I was scared I would lose the money. Sound familiar? I was scared I'd lose the money. So when you come into something thinking that way, what's going to happen is, I mean, literally you're setting yourself up to fail. That's what you're doing. So this is what I advise. I mean, if maybe you just want like a little extra income, maybe you just want to use the tools or whatever, maybe you just want to get the training, maybe you just want to be in a community, but in the chance you want to create a full-time income, you want to position yourself best. You don't want to start at the lowest level. You want to position yourself best, whatever that looks like to you. Me personally, knowing what I know now, knowing what I've experienced, I would go and do whatever I could to get the money needed to position myself best so I could earn the most. That's what I would do. I don't advise, and I can say this 10,000 times, but I don't advise starting at the very lowest level and telling yourself, well, when I make the money, I'm going to upgrade. When I make the money, I'm going to upgrade. That happens like hardly ever. Hardly ever. And the reason is because you have what people don't understand is they're going to have to put in way more work, way more time, way more money than they ever expect to make enough to be able to go to the next level. They underestimate all of this stuff, and they think they can just go out right away with no experience and go, oh, I'm going to go get all my people and I'm going to upgrade with the earnings I make. I rarely see that happen. I've been doing this for almost 7 years now, and I rarely see that happen. So You could take this advice, you could leave this advice. But if you want to shortcut, if you want to start earning more faster, you may consider taking the advice. I am an example. Okay. So I've said this many times. I'll say it again. I started at the lowest level. Okay. It took me a while to go to the next one. I still wasn't convinced. I still didn't feel like it was enough. I still felt like it was going to be way too much work to promote. So I really didn't promote it. I really didn't do much. And as a consequence, as a result, I didn't make much. But when I decided at the time, all in was that $497 product. When I decided to purchase that $497 product, and I decided everything shifted for me. Everything shifted for me. I now knew I could make income that could create a full-time income. And because I've been using the products and the tools, I went out and I was able to do that. I went from $50 in 3 weeks to $2,000 weekly income in a week. Okay, week. That's not the month. That's a week. Okay, so it's from $50 or less, getting paid that, to $2,000 plus. This is the truth. Okay, this is the honest truth. It's documented. It's out there. I got videos on it. But this is what happened. Okay, the reason it happened is because I got all in. It didn't happen before because I wasn't all in. I didn't believe in it. I didn't believe I could do it. I didn't want to put the work in. That's what happened. Okay, so really, the point of this episode today was really just to stress, like, you really don't want to focus on people that want things for free or want to start at the very lowest level, because you're just going to be spinning your wheels. You're really not going to get anywhere, because when people come in with that kind of mindset, now I'm not saying they can't change their mindset. If they get plugged into personal development, if they get plugged into the community, they get plugged into training from people that are having results already. For example, I have a private group where I provide live training and recorded training I use, what I do, to get the results I get. It's all available to anyone who decides to partner with me. I give that away as a bonus, because I want to see you win. But anybody that does that, then they can grow from there. Then they can scale as they go. But in my experience, people that start at the very lowest level because they're afraid of losing money, because they cannot figure out a way to go and create more money, work extra hours, collect cans. I mean, I don't know, mow lawns, clean houses. There's all kinds of ways. Take out a business loan, put it on a credit card. There's all kinds of ways. I don't know what your situation is, but if you want it bad enough, you're going to find a way to do it. And you're way better off starting higher. I'm not talking like some of these high ticket programs that go up to 30 grand. Okay. I'm not talking that. This is well under $1,000 to position yourself to make more money, right? To make money that could actually change your life. So that's my advice. Take it, leave it. It's all good. That's what I do. Pretty much everything I do now, I go all in. Pretty much. I want to be at the top because I understand the concept. All right. But playing small keeps you small. Just remember that. Playing small keeps you small. Okay. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. If you got value, leave me a comment. Let me know what you learned. What if you agree, if you disagree. I do these pretty much daily. So I do hope I'm providing some type of value to you, shortcutting the process for you. I'm just sharing things that I've learned along the way in hopes that it will shortcut the mistakes I made, all the frustration, the overwhelm, all of that stuff, but that's really all I got today. Be sure to click that green check mark below. I'm doing a live training along with one of my business partners. I'm doing a live training for my private team, for my team only. So if you want to be on my team, click the link and you can get access to that training. We're doing that on Thursday. We're going to be answering questions, going over what you need to do to create good income online and do it rather quickly. And I'm going to be breaking it all down. Okay. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next one.